Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says 10 crore rural households of the country connected to piped clean water facility. Nagaland Government refutes State Congress Party's claims on UDA government misleading Nagas on Naga political issue. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu calls upon youth to propagate peace and harmony in the community. And Nagaland seeks support of United Nations Agency on Sustainable Industrial Development. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that 10 crore rural households of the country have been connected to piped clean water facility. He was addressing the Har Ghar Jal Utsav in Banaji under Jal Jivan Mission via video message. The event took place at Banaji in Goa. Prime Minister congratulated the people of Goa, which became the first Har Ghar Jal certified state, and also acknowledged Dadar Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu as the first union territories to achieve the feat. Loading the feat of connecting 7 crore rural households with piped water in just 3 years, he said there cannot be a better beginning of Amrit Kal. The Prime Minister said in 7 decades since independence, only 3 crore households had this facility. Prime Minister Modi also informed that 1 lakh villages in different states of the country have turned ODF+. He said after the country was declared open defecation-free ODF a few years ago, the next resolution was to achieve ODF+ status for villages like having community toilets, plastic waste management, grey water management and Kopatan projects. Underlining the water security challenge that the world is facing, the Prime Minister said that water scarcity can become a huge obstacle in accomplishing the resolution of developed India. Modi said our government has been working relentlessly for the last 8 years for the projects of water security. Nagaland Government has refuted Nagaland Congress Party's allegations on NDPP and BJP merging, as well as UDA government misleading the Nagas on Naga political issue. Addressing a press conference at Kohima, Minister Parliamentary Affairs Nipa Grono clarifying on the Chief Minister's Independence Day speech that Naga people have been patiently waiting on Naga political issue, said, "We are not asking people to wait patiently, but that we have been patiently waiting and want an early solution." He reiterated that the government is very serious and want an early solution. Grono said the alliance done between the NDPP and the BJP was a party affair, but their role as a facilitator is a different role. Grono said the state government through the Parliamentary Committee on Naga political issue has clearly taken a decision on July 16th this year and had conveyed a clear message to the people. On Congress alleging merger of NDPP with the BJP post next state elections, he said it is a figment of imagination. Grono said BJP party as national party has its own principles, while NDPP, being a regional party, also has its own principles, and such discussions or agendas have never taken place. We want to be very clear that we are maintaining our own regional principles, he added. National BJP spokesperson and advisor Mullumo Gikon said the NDPP and the BJP since 2018 have continued an alliance and the same formula will continue for the next election. He termed that such allegations are made just to confuse the people. Gikon said the relationship between the two parties, NDPP and BJP, have grown exponentially stronger and will continue to do so in the days to come. He said that people have given them the mandate and that they are fulfilling their obligations as mandated representatives. Gikon further said when the Congress Party itself does not have any representatives in the Assembly, it sends a clear signal that people have already rejected the party. The national BJP spokesperson therefore said one has to be realistic and practical in its approach. Gikon was also of the view that levelling personal allegations on Prime Minister and Chief Minister is not healthy. Rather, as leaders, they should focus on the issues based on discussion and debate, which will show a healthy sign of democracy in the state. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu has asserted that the youth, being the backbone of the society, can propagate peace and harmony in the community. The Chief Minister, who is also the patron of NSBSG, said this during the inaugural program of the Golden Jubilee building of the Nagaland State Parrot Scouts and Guides at Kohima today. Rio said the message of peace and harmony can lead our community and other youths who are misguided or misled. He said one should be the weapon of good instead of being bad things. Rio said the youth need to learn and become a responsible citizen as we have hope in the youth and that the future depends on the youth. He said we want to make our society a vibrant, responsible society so that peace and love prevail in the society and that the state can catch up with the rest of the country in other development and economic activities where we will be respected and loved by others. The Chief Minister said the state should have more enrollments while also encouraging the district-wise enrollment in schools and those who want to voluntarily serve people. Rio said the state Parrot Scouts and Guides should motivate the young people to join the Scouting and Guides movement, adding that more better works can be done with more members. He also appreciated that many Scouts and Guides have worked for the people and participated in the training camps and social works and various activities as well as bringing laurels to the state. Rio further urged all the family members and retired seniors of Parrot Scouts and Guides to continue actively participating and working for the people. While congratulating the Nagaland Parrot Scouts and Guides for completing the Golden Jubilee building, the Chief Minister said, despite the building taking some time for completion, it has come out quite magnificently and has a quality control. Meanwhile, Advisor Youth Resources and Sports, Zalia Naga, also addressed the gathering and said there are currently more than 3,000 Scouts and Guides and 400 plus unit leaders and officials spread across the various districts of the state. He lauded the NSBSG for its various community-based activities and hoped that the new units would be set up for the newly created districts of Nagaland. A delegation of Nagaland state officials met the country's representatives of United Nations Industrial Development Organization (UNIDO) in New Delhi on 17th of August to seek support for industrial development in the state. A press release by Deputy Director and PRO IPR, Nagaland House, New Delhi, Kuliye Mere said the delegation included Advisor Industries and Commerce Imna Dipa and Director of Industries and Commerce Vitsuto Nute, as well as representatives from Ting through Consulting, the official advisors to the Industries and Commerce Department, Government of Nagaland. The meeting addressed the need to foster industrial development in Nagaland, leveraging the state's unique resources and human capital. To this, the release said, the government of Nagaland has officially written to UNIDO to seek assistance and support for inclusive and sustainable industrial development of the state. Nagaland today reported 3 new positive cases of COVID-19, an equal number of recoveries from the infection. Kifere, Kohima and Peg recorded 1 new case each, while the recoveries were from Kohima, Longling and Peg. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says 10 crore rural households of the country connected to piped clean water facility. Nagaland government refutes State Congress party's claims on UDA government misleading Nagas on Naga political issue. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu calls upon youth to propagate peace and harmony in the community. And Nagaland seeks support of a United Nations agency on sustainable industrial development. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.